Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to spread and pin a butterfly for display. I'm going to use the spade-tipped forceps to pull the butterfly wings up because it's a lot easier than using your fingers. But you don't need one, it just makes it a lot easier. I'm also using number 3 insect pins, and this what's called a killing jar. It's basically just any kind of jar, and it has cotton balls on the bottom that are soaked with nail polish remover, and I made a divider out of corrugated plastic board so that the butterfly doesn't actually touch the cotton balls that are soaked in nail polish remover. And that basically just kills the butterfly. It usually takes 6 hours, sometimes more, sometimes less, depends on the strength of the nail polish remover you're using. So once you take the butterfly out of the jar, if you're going to pin it right away, you don't need to rehydrate it because it'll already be hydrated. But if you're going to store it for a while and pin it later, you'll need to rehydrate it. And I'm not going to show that process in this video, but you can find it on other videos online. So the first thing you have to do is take a pin and stick it through the middle of the butterfly's body, and then push the butterfly up higher onto the pin. You want to be kind of careful doing this because you don't want to put the pin in the wrong spot, and sometimes if you put the pin too low down on the body, it can make the lower part of the body break off once it dries, so you want to make sure it's in the right spot. And once that's done, you'll just want to push the pin into the middle of the groove of your spreading board. I'm using an adjustable spreading board that I bought online at a biological supply store, and before I had this one I was using a homemade spreading board, and that worked, but it wasn't nearly as nice as this one. It's really nice having this one, and I would definitely recommend it. So then you'll just, I'm trying to position the legs underneath the body so they're not sticking out and getting in the way of the wings. And then you'll take some tracing paper and just place it over the wings to keep them laying down flat. And then with your spade-tipped forceps, go up underneath the wing and pull it upwards, and hold it down with the tracing paper, and then put pins around the wing. You don't want to put the pin through the wing because that won't look nice when you're displaying the butterfly, so you just put it around the wing to hold the wing down in place. And once you're done with that, you will move on to the hind wing. Pull it from the middle because that's the strongest part, and then pin it around the edges again, just like you did with the top wing. And when you're done with that, you do the other side the same way. You just take the forceps and you go underneath the wing and then pull it up, and you want to pull from the top part of the wing because that's the strongest part on the upper wings. And the strongest part, again, on the lower wings is the middle, not the edges. So then you just pin down the tracing paper all the way around the wing, but not through the wing. And then do the lower wing again, the hind wing. Put the pins around the wing. And when you're done with that, you'll want to adjust the antenna because you want them to be sticking out in a nice V shape on top of the butterfly's head. You don't want them just all over the place. You want them in a nice V shape. So here I'm just adjusting the antenna and then pinning the tracing paper down around it to make sure it stays in place and dries in a nice V shape. And then you're finished. And you'll want to let the butterfly stay on the pinning board so it can dry out, and it normally takes 5 to 7 days for it to dry. If in doubt, leave it on the board for longer. And here's the finished pinned butterfly.